Adefuye, the ambassador to the United States from the great state of Nigeria. He's given us some information about Nigeria, dealing with trade relationships, politics, and economic developments. And Dr., let us see if we can, again, move back into trade and economic developments and to talk about some special projects that you might have underway at this particular time.
Well, there are quite a number. Like I said in the earlier segment, we have an economy that is oil dependent. And what we want to do is to diversify the base of our economy and make sure that we trade in non-oil exports. We are inviting foreign direct investment to Nigeria, and we're inviting companies to come and set up in Nigeria to trade with our people. Like I said, there's tremendous advantage in trading with Nigeria. Our population, 150 million, 20% of the whole African continent, 10% of the entire black people in the whole world. We simply can't beat our market. And therefore, we believe that once companies that want to do business with us, when they do come there, in terms of market, in terms of marketability, in terms of the availability of profits, there's hardly any country, in fact, there's virtually no country that can compare with Nigeria. I'll give you an example. When we privatized our telecommunication industry, unfortunately, some American companies that would have come, they said there was problems in Niger Delta and all that. A few of them came, but I tell you today, those telecommunication industries, MTN, for example, from South Africa, they will tell you they have never made such profits within such a short time ever in their lives.
That's telecommunications?
Yes. They have never made such profits at such a short time, any time in their lives. And it's still growing because of the market. Everybody now carries around mobile phones in Nigeria. Everybody. The land phone is almost passing out. It's the same thing with, that's been an attraction. That reason where major US companies, particularly in distributive and retail trade, like Walmart, now want to come to Nigeria. They've been in my office once, we discussed, they are making arrangements, and when they are ready, we sort out the final details, and they'll be in Nigeria. And from what they've told me, they want to be in Lagos and Abuja. You simply can't beat the rich because of the market in Nigeria. So we are waiting for them. And they are not the only company. Many banks, I'll give you other examples. I came back from Nigeria on Monday, and what did I go to do? I was on the maiden flight of Continental Airlines that was going to Nigeria, that was already beginning a daily flight from Houston, Texas to Lagos every day. Every day. And the very first flight was almost packed full to Nigeria. And the return flight was almost packed full. In December, I was also with United Airlines going on 4 flights a week from Washington to Accra to Lagos. So within a space of 9 months, 2 U.S. airlines began operating in Nigeria, and Delta started some 2 years ago. And right now, they started operating from Atlanta to Lagos every day on the 777, and 4 times a week they fly from New York through Accra to Lagos. So, and many airlines still wanted to be with, to come with us. So, we're working on details about that. So many companies in the U.S., because they now have confidence in the government of Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, because we created an environment conducive to trade, because they know the availability of the Nigerian market, many U.S. companies now want to trade with Nigeria, and on our own part, we are creating the environment for them to come, and we're doing the best we can. There are other areas in which we are exploring opportunities for trade with the United States, especially in the areas of agri. They're there. And Nigerian embassy in April or around March or April, we intend to hold a road show, an agricultural road show, whereby we invite potential U.S. investors who are interested in agriculture to come and meet their Nigerian counterparts with the support of the U.S. Exim Bank. Will be there. They are supporting us. to be able to give them the necessary guarantees to trade and invest in agricultural potential of Nigeria. That's the kind of thing we want to do. When we finish that, we're going to emphasize infrastructure, road, rail, and all that. I want American investors to come and meet their Nigerian counterparts with the support of top-level financial institutions, World Bank, U.S. Exim Bank, to be able to establish trading contact with Nigeria at various levels. So we are creating all kinds of linkages between Nigeria and the U.S. companies to be able to trade with Nigeria. Because for us in Africa, I keep saying to my U.S. friends, we don't want aids, we want trade. Because trade is more psychologically satisfying. In any case, this aid they call, how much of it gets to us? And when trade makes you retain your personal pride. Because there's a much to trade with in Nigeria. And so that's the kind of thing we're trying to do. And just as I was in some, just this afternoon, in some of the medical institutions I visited, they want to establish linkages with Nigerian universities so that we have exchange of students, exchange of faculty, so that we can be able to strengthen the bond and trade between Nigeria and the United States. So there's so much going on in Nigeria, and we invite the city of Nashville to come and join us. We are also expanding our scope for tourism. Tourism is going to be a good source of income for Nigeria. The diversity of Nigeria, the eco structure in Nigeria, we have the savannah, the grassland, the desert, and we have some good elements of wildlife in Nigeria. For tourists to come and see the diversity of our culture, and that's one of the things we're going we are stressing. After we have done the roadshow on agriculture and infrastructure, we also did the one on tourism. And because there's a lot of tourism, many of Americans here, many of them have done their DNAs, and quite a number of them have told me that they done their DNAs, they are from Nigeria. We go to see what we can do to make them come back home and contribute to the economy of their fatherland. So we are having all kinds of, in fact, the Center for Black and African Civilization is thinking of building a museum of Nigerian art in Atlanta very soon. So we are exploring all kinds of opportunities to bring change and all kinds of links between Nigeria and the United States. So Nashville, you are invited to join, and we'll be glad to receive you.
You know, I think that in some of the things that are happening in the United States is this whole issue of unemployment and et cetera. This would help any infrastructure, anything that you do as a country helps employment in that nation. Is that what unemployment here? No, help unemployment in our country. In your country.
Oh yes, by the time if you're able to achieve a purpose, commercialize agriculture, that is all kinds of farmlands, all kinds of farming institutions, whereby the youth, unemployed youth will work.
Resources are available.
Yes, and then they'll be able to get their jobs, and they'll be less resty. They will not be available for those politicians to recruit them to political thuggery and to help unemployment. It will increase our national income and help us solve most of the problems we have in our country. It will also help you, because it is in the interest of the U.S. that there's a stable Nigeria.
Very good.
And you need our oil. We know you need our oil, but we also need your dollar.
Okay, very
so
good.
we want to, it's a mutuality of exchange.
Okay, let me thank you, Doctor, for giving us all that excellent information. I'm sure that our audience has a better idea in terms of the activities that are now going on in Nigeria, and we certainly appreciate that, and we support everything that you've said, and we hope that we can further broadcast the information that you're giving us. And of course, let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you, and good morning.
Animation Domination tonight.